What up, Lions and Lionesses? Papak back, and today I come with a bit of a tutorial and an announcement video. So let's get to the announcement first. In this video, I am drawing a character you guys haven't seen on this channel. This character is called Snow. She is the main character of my novel called Over the Ocean Mountain Place Mystery that is coming most likely by the end of the summer. When it is out, you all will know about it, as I will make a video and a community post about it. Now that we've got that taken care of, let's get on to the task at hand. How to write a main character. Disclaimer, remember that these are just my personal steps to writing a main character and what I like to see in one. If you don't have to follow these exact tips and steps I give. If you want to have better tips, I suggest doing research like I have done. Now that that's out of the way, here's my take on how to write a main character. First things first, what is a main character? A main character isn't always the do-gooder in the story. The main character can be a villain. Look at the novella Maple Shade's Vengeance. Maple Shade is the main character of this story. However, she obviously isn't a goody-goody. She is 100% a villainous character. This is what we call a main antagonist. An antagonist is a villainous or villain-like character in a story. An antagonist can be a minor character, like a bully, or a huge character, like a villain that the hero must face. An antagonist can 100% be the main character of a story. Now that you know what an antagonist is, let's move on to the most common main character, a protagonist. A protagonist is the goody-goody AK hero character, there to save the story from certain failure. This character is seen in most stories and usually has something called plot armor that keeps them from failing or dying. A protagonist is very important to a story. Characters like Firestar and Warrior Cats, Sonic from Sonic the Hedgehog, and Simba from The Lion King are all prime examples of main protagonists. Without a protagonist, most stories aren't even possible. Now, some protagonists fall flat because of one writing flaw. The main character is perfect, meaning the character has no flaws, can never fail, and is always right. Remember, sometimes too much plot armor can be a bad thing. Characters like these are usually looked down upon by social media and the fans. When antagonists fall flat, it's usually because their motives don't make any sense, or they are weak and don't do anything themselves, aka Infinet from Sonic Forces. However, not all stories need main protagonists. As I said before, without a certain protagonist, most stories aren't even possible. Keyword most. Some stories don't need a main protagonist if a story is told from a villain. You usually don't see a protagonist because in their eyes they are the protagonist when they are really the antagonist. This is important for a main character to stay in character. Depending on the main character's personality and motives, is how they will react to other characters. If this is ignored and the main character's character is all over the place, the story can seem rushed, out of order, and make no sense. Now that you know all that, you can begin writing the character. However, in order to make a good character, you should also know your audience. What age group are you writing for? Adults, young kids, older kids, teens? It's important to know this so that you can make the character relatable to the audience. Say, for instance, Over the Ocean's audience is mainly teens and tweens, so Snow is an introverted and curious character who's still learning about herself and the world, like some teens. Now you may be asking, why would knowing our audience make a good character? Well, now you know how to make the character relatable to the age group you're entertaining. Now, when writing one of these characters, whether they be protagonist or antagonist, you must know your character first. What do they look like? What is their personality? Are they confident in themselves? Are they not confident in themselves? Are they rude? Are they nice? What are their motives? Do they make sense or do they not make sense? Once you've got all that done, it's time for flaws and relationships. When you make a character in general, it's good to give them flaws to make them relatable and realistic. If you need help deciding those flaws, it's good to look at yourself and make the character like you, or talk to someone. Talking to someone in my family gives me great ideas for writing. You could also do research, watch videos about writing. Inspiration can hit anywhere at any time. Now you may be wondering, why is all of this important? Well, it's so you can really understand what you're doing. If you dive in and wing it without a plan, mostly things will go south. Remember, quality over quantity. Now, if you don't know where to start on personality for your main character, look at yourself. You can use your experience and personality traits for your main character. You can also base it off a person you know, like a friend, sibling, mother, father, aunt, uncle, grandma, etc. You can also take inspirations from what others have done. But remember, never directly copy someone else's character. The person who made the character could have taken a long time to do so, and it's not fair for someone else to take credit for the hard work someone else did. Now for flaws. For inspiration, you can look at yourself. What are your flaws? How can those flaws improve your character and help them grow? How can flaws improve the character as they go on their journey? How can the flaws improve the character as they go on a journey? Does your character have any anger issues? Then make them learn to control their anger. Is your character's self confidence low? Make them learn to become more confident. Is your character prideful? Then make them learn to become more humble. When a character overcomes a flaw, it is what we call a character arc. A character arc is vital to a story. A character arc allows the character to grow in their journey. This can apply to any character, whether main, secondary, or even background. Giving a character arc provides a lesson for the reader, listener, or viewer. It can also help the writer, you, improve yourself. And that's all I have for advice on the matter. I will talk about relationships in another video. That's all for now. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps a lot and boosts my confidence. Thank you for watching. Later, lions and lionesses, keep roaring to success.